Okay. Alright, hopefully now we're working fine. For anyone wondering why there was a little bit of a delay, I was trying to get, I was about to start, and I realized that there was both a lot of lag, and also, all the audio wasn't working correctly, so hopefully most of that is fixed. I think the mic is now functional, which was the main issue, and desktop audio is still working, so hopefully it's good. If you guys can hear it, then obviously it's fine. If you guys are just watching a screen with someone who looks like they're talking to themselves, well, good luck. Anyways, the plan for today's stream is going to be pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and work on mainly Associate Archie. This actually isn't a long quest. It should probably take less than an hour to go ahead and complete this one in its entirety. And then once we're done with that, we'll go ahead and do the last two side quests that we have for Remnant Zone. And then actually, once we're done with that, we should have all of the quests done with. So, yeah, at that point, we will pretty much be 100% done with the game. I don't know if we'll get done with both of these two quests today. I kind of want to get through at least Remnant King, but we'll see if that actually happens. But yeah. Joined a server with 4 testers in it? Yeah, testers end up being a lot in the same server just because they know each other. And playing with someone you know is better than playing with someone you don't know. So yeah, it's nice though. It's kind of cool to see them. You got Wisteria Moth? Nice. Yeah, grinding for some of those stuff from the event is always pretty cool. Like, even if the stuff doesn't end up being, like, super valuable, it's still nice to be able to say, I grinded for that, or I have that. Especially when they look cool or you like the design of them. Sometimes it is meh, but other times it is just a very nice accomplishment. Hello. Yeah, in terms of value, getting the board will be better, like, just straight value-wise. But, like, honestly, board or pet, whatever you go for, it's more for your own collection than it will be for value in the long term. Also, this is a really long join time. Oh. What? No, I don't want to open that. What in the world? Yeah, okay, yeah, this stream might be very laggy. Last stream was very laggy. I don't know, what it was. I thought it was, playing the event last time. But yeah, I might need to restart my computer at some point, so, or I probably should have done that before the stream started. Yeah, 99 errors. That is a beautiful amount of errors. Oh, Northwest Singapore. That would explain it. Yeah, okay, those are all just errors due to me playing on a certain thing. All those infinite yields. Fine. Yeah, okay, it should be fine. The stream looks like it should be usable. Probably going to get both the pet and the board. Yeah, getting both is nice. Having stats is always kind of cool. Especially when they're like matching like Wisteria is. Like with Strawberry and the Shortcake carriage, it's, like they are technically a set, as in they're both in the 250s. They don't really match very well, so Wisteria and Butterfly and Wisteria Moth are quite cool together. Anyways, let's go work on this actual quest. Yeah, we don't need to really get items anymore, so I think we'll go ahead and equip. How much glitchy X gum do we have? I think we'll go ahead and equip glitchy X gum. I want to go check how close we are to skipping pack upgrade, because there's really no point in buying every single pack here in Remnant Zone. especially when they're quite expensive. Actually, we could just skip straight. Yeah, I think we'll save up for this one. So basically, do this quest. We'll go ahead and track it. And then, yeah, once we get our pack full, we'll go ahead and sell with XCOM and rinse and repeat until we are at that next pack. Yeah, AFKing is actually not allowed in it. So if you guys do find people, especially if they're consistently AFKing, you can tell them that AFKing isn't allowed. And then if they still continue to do it, you can always report them to moderators too. Make a ticket about it, have some proof of it, like them, you know, just a small video or whatever, them just sitting AFK during an entire invasion or something. But yeah, it definitely gets annoying if people are leeching like that. It is against the rules. If you guys want to know the specifics, I'm not really in charge of the specifics, but general rule of thumb is you are allowed to AFK in Ghost Simulator as long as you aren't relying on the work of others, and then doing anything like automatic that you can't, like, if you're just sitting AFK, then yes, it's fine. In, like, I don't know, for like a boss, like doing normal bosses, like with heavy armor or something like that, just sitting AFK for the entire duration, that's fine. But if you're working on like a Great Guardian mini final or any of those fights, AFK is not allowed, especially if you're working on the real lines of others. If you do get an alt, you can technically AFK with the alt if you're doing the other grinding, just because you're still doing the work. It's just you have 2 accounts and you're kind of leeching off of yourself in a way, so it's not really hurting anyone. But yeah, be polite, don't hurt others. Yeah. That doesn't seem like what I don't... Yeah, also, I don't know why, actually. Actually, the lag isn't too bad today. This is about what I'd expect. Maybe I don't need to restart my PC. But yeah, sometimes lag does get pretty bad. So, I don't know, we'll see. I don't think the lag's so bad that we're going to have to exit. Like, there are times when lag just gets so bad I have to stop the stream, like it did the last stream I did, when I was doing the Easter event on my main account. Also, I love how we're in the same place as one other person, despite there being, like, 3 other people in this server. Actually, there's 5 other people. Actually, it's a pretty active server. Yeah, I believe this quest for Archie is just going to have us go through every single area and grab ghosts, so we are going to be moving on pretty quickly here once we do get the Durian ghosts we need, assuming they actually spawn. There's one. But yeah, I think next episode we should be done with, I think, every single quest. We should be done with our journal. As in, we have all the pets in the pet stuff. And then at that point, I don't know what. I know I've been talking about a while for what I'm planning on doing, but I haven't really got a solid idea of what I want to do. It might be the case that I just end up grinding for like 100% on this account for some reason, which would require a lot. I don't even have 100% on my main account, so doing that without gum or whatever would take quite a bit of time. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I can imagine that if I do try to go for 100% on this account, that is going to get pretty ridiculous pretty quickly. Would technically need to go ahead and do a another rebirth actually for that, since I think, yeah, I love that. I believe the ghost journal counts for your collection, and I believe in here there is a lucky cat. So yeah. Yeah, see, lucky cat right there. Yeah, but the main difficulty for actually getting 100% for this account is going to be the mythicals. From the Ghostly Vision, or from Remnant Guardian and Great Guardian specifically. So I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe we'll do like 99% game completion or something like that, where we just get pretty close. Actually, we're already at 78. We can probably get up to like 9% fairly easily. And then probably with quite a bit more work, we can get up to like 95, 98%. But yeah, the last like 2% is going to be pretty difficult, as it will require a lot of mythicals. Just which does get pretty pricey, especially if you don't have double drops. If you do have double drops, it's still quite difficult. But without double drops, it would be actually insane to get any of the mythicals from this event. I don't. The plan right now is not to extend the event. Based on what I'm seeing with like most people, they could care less about the event going for another 2 weeks. Like just looking at like the player numbers, you can definitely tell that when the event first came out, people were kind of excited, or now people are a lot less excited. We are collecting items, so we'll go ahead and use basic loot gum. Maybe it's just you. I do know what Lucky Cat looks like, so I'm probably a bit biased that it does actually look like Lucky Cat, but yeah, I mean, it is just kind of a round blob, so I do believe butterflies are dropped from these, so we will need some more of these ghosts, which is kind of obnoxious because I've already vacuumed so many of them. But whatever. No, blocking doesn't actually hide people's chats. Blocking will just make it so that you don't join people's server in the future. So if you block someone, Roblox's thing will make sure that you don't end up joining into their same server again. Or try not to. They can still technically join you through, like, if they join like a friend or server directly. But like if they are the only person in a server and you join that game while you have them blocked or whatever, you'll end up actually going into a separate server and making an entire different server. But yeah, in terms of like actually what it actually does, it prevents people from friending you. It prevents them from following you. It might prevent some online interaction, like them not being able to message you or view stuff you post. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it definitely will prevent you from joining their server. It won't actually, though, mute their chat for you in game. To do that, I think you have to do mute on them. which I don't know if that's actually a deprecated feature in Roblox chat, because you know, I've been around so long, they've moved so much stuff around, so they may have actually deprecated actually being able to mute people. Most... Yeah, most likely it wouldn't. Yeah, no, unplug that toaster. Yeah, electricity is not to be tampered with. If you did get water in your toaster, unplug the toaster, and don't plug that thing back in. Technically it probably just flipped the breaker of your house. I don't know where exactly, that is, but generally there'll be a breaker panel somewhere where you just have to, flip it off, flip it back on again, and it'll turn it back on. But yeah, that's most likely what happened. Yeah, just, you know, unplug the toaster, flip the breaker back on and off. If it is actually the entirety of your house, you might actually have to go do something, like, on the actual, like, main connection to the house, which I don't know if qualified to do, but whatever. Speaking from experience, no, I just, I know what it is to, flip a breaker and then have to flip it, like, on and off again. Also, let's not go back over to Ghost again, because it's a pain to get back to, quests. But yeah, no, it will happen quite frequently. I know when we are in our trailer, our travel trailer, it has breakers too, where if we started running like a toaster, and a grill and the stove or the microwave or whatever, at the same time it'd pop it, and so you have to turn off one of those two, unplug it or whatever, and then retry or whatever, but yeah. Yeah, don't plug that in for a little bit, make sure it's like dried out. I mean, it's yeah, electricity is dangerous. Be safe. Better safe than sorry with that stuff. But yeah, it'll be fine once it dries out, most likely, unless there's like actual damage on the like it fried a breaker or fuse or whatever inside the actual toaster itself, which is probably unlikely. But yeah. Any hints for the next world? Other than we don't really have the next world planned. Yeah, no, not too much to really hint at there. I can say that there is a little bit, I do kind of want to fix some problems with the current game before moving on too far. So it might be a little bit slower than people somewhat expect for new content in a game. But yeah, we'll see what it ends up being. It's not really planned though, so it's going to take just a little bit. I can say though that next update does bring probably the first new content that we have had in a while, so that'll be pretty exciting. I think from what I've seen testers say about it, it should be at least a reasonable, reasonably cool for most new players. That being said, also next update there is one like kind of bad thing that I mean it's kind of needed in my opinion. But crate keys will now cost quite a bit more to go ahead and buy for void crates and for race crates. So if you want to use on those 2 crates, you're better off to use them now. But overall, they are getting another buff on top of that, where they are getting 2x luck. But yeah, crate keys not going to be as overpowered for void crates and race crates, just because before they were pretty much, once you got a crate key, like the only use of it was going to be spending on a void crate for a chroma float or a cloud wave. There'd be very little other reason to ever use crate keys. So now hopefully with the buff of having 2x luck effect when they unbox, hopefully makes it a little bit better to use on other crates other than those. But yeah. Make sure not to spend 5 years. Yeah, I'm trying to balance that I'm trying to balance it, but I can already tell you right now that there are going to be times when I forget about new content. Well, hopefully this next update keeps people happy, but it probably won't. Alright, there you go. That being said, it does also provide, it is also coming with quite a bit of other quality of life stuff. I think one of the big ones that like wasn't the point of the update, and like I just did kind of off the back of the hand, was a major nerf to like the entirety of Shelly's questline, like temporary nerf to it, where I just kind of nerfed all the requirements and stuff and made some of the stuff a little bit easier, like giving massive soul rewards before they have to go buy packs and backs, stuff like that. Defeat Spade's Harbinger. I think before we do that, I kind of want to work on Remnant King, so let's go see if we can't swap our pet teams. So we'll swap to here. What is our best stat pet? Is it really Aura? Oh, that's ridiculous. Aurora. Okay, we'll probably work on leveling up Aurora, and then grab some level 1 commons. 1, 2, 3. Maybe light mode? Oh, I should have made it an option to be able to turn all the UI and ghost sim into light. Yeah, I'm sure that would be a good use of dev time. Clueless. Yeah, there are some things like one of the things I know people ask for is like custom keybinds. Custom keybinds, like, it is something I could add, but it would probably take, I don't know, a few it would take a good few days for me to actually add custom keybinds into the game. It'd probably still be buggy, and like it's not really worth the development time to add something like that. For like, I mean, it sounds cool. It is a cool idea. I know people would like it. But like, in terms of time, like, it's quite a bit of time. It would make more sense just to add keybinds for more stuff, which is not as hard, but yeah. Make a map. Actually, making a map has been sort of a priority for the development team. It's just one of the things about maps that you guys don't realize, is actually commissioning the actual map art. It takes quite a bit of time to actually make the, get someone to actually make that map art, because I can't do that myself, and I don't think that's Stark's area of expertise either. I believe he's more of a modeler than an artist, like in terms of 2D art. I mean, I know modeling is art, and he is technically an artist, or he is an artist, but like in terms of like 2D art, I don't think that's what he as a developer is for. So, but yeah, it takes some time to actually make that stuff. It has kind of been a priority. Next update, I'm going to say this. This is a leakage. Yeah, you know, next update there is something coming that should help fix that problem. Is this really from 8, 9, or 10? Yeah, it's actually seriously from 8, 9, or 10. Okay, we did that one for Blaze's quest mainly. But yeah. Ghost World map also. Yeah, but okay. Making maps is actually pretty difficult. Next update, there is something coming that should be similar enough to the map feature that people will stop complaining too much about wanting a map. But yeah. Also, we need to go find Spade's Harbinger now. So let's go do that. Also, let's go equip Aura. Since that should be better than probably this. Actually, let's check. No, actually, it is not better than that. Alright, there we go. We'll also go ahead and lock that. Yeah. Maybe make new dev tools to speed up your updates. The thing is, most of our update time isn't actually spent on, like, stuff that can be automated super easily. Okay, maybe make new dev. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do? Hire an AI to do this stuff instead? But yeah. I hate Bo because he's too easy and final boss is, yes. The reason why, like, if Bo boss was harder, like, getting the, enough, like, crown keys for stuff would just be obnoxious. And it's sort of meant to be more of a token fight, as in when you look at it, the main reason Bo kind of, main reason, like, Bo actually, like, is more to provide a token resistance, to swap it from devs and NPCs fighting together to focusing on Bo, and then when a Bo is defeated or whatever, they realize, oh wait, we don't even need to, like, fight among each other, and everyone becomes friends or whatever. So it's not really built to be a difficult fight. I think, yeah, it would be more interesting if it was more difficult. I just think, I mean, not really worth too much of the time to rework it right now. In the future, maybe, there are ways that it could be reworked to be both more interesting, still have, like, the same difficulty-ish, provide more rewards somehow or whatever, and just be kind of cool like that. But, for right now, it's going to stay as it is. They're, like, messing with mega bosses is actually quite a bit more difficult than you guys would probably think. It's more difficult than I was thinking. It's not super difficult, but, like, it will take a little bit of time if I want to go rework a boss or whatever. But yeah, alright, this will be Associate Archies. It's actually going to be funny if we have to going back to backdoor for Remnant King's quest. Alright, there we go. Why does Bo have the Great Guardian's cannons? I need an explanation of that, because he stole them. Bo steals everything. But also it's probably just reusing assets. I mean, reusing assets to make other stuff is definitely how development works. But yeah. The thing is, NPCs, like, even though they are on different sides, Fern actually, like, she cares about Jax, she cares about Ace. It's not just two oppositions that hate each other. There's still NPCs like Fern and Ace and whatever that are not like friends or whatever. You know, it isn't just evil and good or whatever. There's still some NPCs, people that care about each other. Fern is Jack's sister or something, I think. I don't know. I can't remember if they're actually officially sisters. But they're definitely close friends where they are pretty close to sisters. They probably are actually sisters. I can't 100% say so for, because I don't remember, honestly, but yeah. They're, and then Ace is, I don't know, I believe, Ace is a sort of, communal crush, if I remember correctly. I believe the term is love triangle-ish, where it's not like hard. I don't think it's ever confirmed in game just because they can't, but it's sort of implied, that both Ace and Fern, have kind of a crush on Ace or something like that. Or no, Jax and Fern. Did I say Ace and Fern? Anyways, Cave Ninjas. Where are we going? Oh, Cave Ninjas. That's where they are. Ace is Jax's friend. Yeah. I believe there's a dialogue, somewhere in Void where it's like, I'll let Jax have Ace or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, no, getting Gramps, yeah, if you do Yoko, if you do a lot of rebirths, you will definitely get through quite a bit of Gramps quests pretty quickly. But yeah, in terms of time, Gramps, Gran, or not Gran too much, but Gramps and you definitely have pretty long quests. The idea of those quests isn't really to just sit down and do them like I've always done. It's more of just to have them casually sitting in the back and then you turn them in every once in a while when you get them done. They still are quite obnoxious, but it isn't really meant to be something that you grind out to do in the game. So, yeah, same thing with like Dylan. Like, I know I've said this quite a bit, but new players get stuck. They're like, oh, I can't finish this Dylan's quest. Can someone help me get this godly or that godly or whatever? And it's like, yeah, you guys don't really need to do this quest. Maybe just move on and ignore it. But yeah, it's kind of hard to convince people to just ignore quests. Especially when they make progress on it like they can with Dylan really quickly, where they can pretty much get through the first like 6 quests with 0 headache, and then they hit the last one, it's like, oh, complete the index, and now they're stuck. Why are there 3 people in this one biome? Oh, this is ridiculous. This is like half the server in this one biome. Yeah, that's the exact frame rate I need right now. Okay, maybe not half the server. We have a lot of people in the server. But yeah. No, you will actually get the, you can do a request right now. Maybe it was in the past, but, that's definitely been long fixed. I mean, I say that, yeah, no, you can definitely do a request. It may have been the case in the past, I don't know. A lot of the old bugs when the game first came out, I didn't really join this game until around, September of 2019, which was about when Musical Meadows was added. So any of the bugs that were in the game, like with Shelly or Blaze or whatever, all those first like 5-6 updates, I kind of just missed any of the bugs from then. But yeah, right now you don't need to go ahead and do Shelly before you get the +2 pets. You'll go ahead and get you can do them in whatever order. The rewards will work no matter what. What's the funniest day of the year? I feel like this is setting up for a joke, but I mean, I would go with April 1st since it's April Fool's Day, but you know, I'm sure there's a better joke in there than April 1st. Yes, Roblox physics, don't we love it? Would be an update 200? I mean, there's no hard and fast rule for that. You are kind of asking about stuff that isn't planned. For reference, I think we have, I mean, I think we have till version 1.160 planned. But yeah, like, we don't have years planned ahead, especially since we're still, like, relatively new. But yeah, we do plan updates ahead of time, but it's not like, oh, we're already planning for update 200, because, I might not even be developing this game still. Roblox might shut down by update 200. Okay, Roblox isn't going to shut it down. Like, very unlikely for Roblox to actually end. It's super profitable and only getting more profitable, really. But yeah. But yeah, there'll probably be some celebration. I know we had a 100 update celebration. So a 200 update celebration wouldn't be too out of place. But yeah. Yeah, I mean... There we go. That's the ghost we need. I'm actually slightly worried. I think we'll go ahead and preemptively start using a basic loot gum. Because I'm fairly sure... Yeah, no, there's like no way we got the actual drops we needed. Probably should have been using this since the start of this quest, just because drops are notoriously bad, but whatever. Another quiz? Oh boy. Oh yeah, talking about that. When is that anniversary update again? May 23rd? Shoot. Lovely. Yeah, because that's in what, like 3 updates? 2 updates? 1 update? No, that's the update after next one, is it? No. No way. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, no, okay. No, we have a little bit of time before the anniversary update. Uno or Monopoly? Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly the pattern we're going for. I actually don't know. I mean, we, as developers, we kind of came in after like all these worlds were added, so the exact theming was already kind of pre-built, so we kind of have the option to follow it or not. But yeah. Oh, I remember the anniversary quiz. Yeah, I mean, did you guys like that anniversary quiz? I liked the idea in principle, but I felt like the questions were just not forgiving. Took me like 5 tries because it was my first rebirth. Yeah, honestly, like, after the first 2 times of doing it, it was just kind of a, please let me out of here, let me not click the wrong button sort of deal, rather than a, ooh, this is interesting trivia. First 2 times it was cool. First time I was like, okay, cool, this is cool trivia, I don't actually know this, let me guess this thing. That got frustrating. At least that's what I felt like. Maybe you guys had better views of it. Maybe you guys had worse views of it. Let me know. I didn't do the anniversary quest. Yeah. I like the principle of it, but not it itself. Okay. So yeah, similar thoughts there. Also, I think are we on the daily leaderboard yet? No, because we haven't been doing high health ghosts. Look who is though, Deadbull. Way at the bottom of the daily leaderboard. Alright, let's go do Sugar Girls. Yeah, no, if you actually... I mean, it's really easy to activate. You just press your buttons at the same time. It is super easy to replicate. It's not that bad. Just don't do it, and you're going to be fine. If you think it's a bug, just don't do it. Like, it's that easy. Same thing when, like, people complain about walking with the parachute. Like, okay, yeah, if you equip your parachute after landing or whatever, or as you land, your parachute will stay equipped or whatever. Yeah. Just, you know, don't equip your parachute, or if it happens, unequip your parachute. It's not like something where it's like, oh yeah, this is really annoying for players because it happens every time and it messes up their movement or whatever. Like some other bugs in the game, like Deadbull keeps complaining about the movement not being cancelled when you teleport to an NPC, which is, you know, quite legitimately annoying and not easy to stop. So yeah, fixing stuff like that is actually something we do. Whereas with stuff like that where it doesn't really affect people, I'm a little bit more like, you know, let it not parachute from Beastworm Sim real. Yeah, I mean, it might have been, I don't know exactly what Wire is created or where they got inspiration from it, so it may very well have gotten inspiration from it. Beastworm. But yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it's also a real life design, so it's definitely one of those things where it's like, if you say, oh, they have the same design as this other thing, they're copying. It's like, yeah, no, that's just a thing in real life. What's a good example of this? I know there was something that's just like kind of a real life thing, but people were like, oh, you stole that idea. It's not Pets. I know Pets is a very common thing where it's like, oh, all the games have pets. No, it's something like super stupid that most people are joking about it, but it actually happens where someone isn't joking about it. It's like, no, that's actually a thing in real life. I can't think of any of the example at the moment, but yeah. Yeah, grinding in games can get pretty boring. I know in Ghost Simulator it has this issue where it's you have a total of 3 things to grind for, and it's very repetitive, all those 3 things. So yeah, it's kind of a hassle, but you know, that's kind of how game design ends up working once you like really especially if people are wanting to optimize the game. Like, one of the things I know I do myself quite a bit is I optimize the fun out of stuff. Like with Minecraft or whatever. Instead of just like, you know, playing Minecraft chill or whatever, I optimize it too much to the point where it's not really fun. Where it's like, oh, I want to build a farm or whatever. Instead of just building a farm, I'd go make the most efficient, easiest possible farm. And it just becomes boring. Or, you know, I want to... Wow. But yeah. Adopt Me is the only non-similar game that has pets. Prove me wrong. You know, seeing how I know a total of like 4 games on Ghost Sim are on Roblox and they're all simulators, I can't really prove you wrong, but I'm sure it's not the only game that has pets. Update 200 is coming out late July 2025. No. There's no way. Because you are doing 26 weeks per year, correct? Not 52 weeks per year. Because we only have 26 updates a year, not 52. Because it should be somewhere in 2026. Assuming your July 2025 is correct, with a 52 week, because I think that's how the math's out. Actually, no, it doesn't. 26. Alright, so we're at 155 right now. 156 is going to be on 419. So 419 2025 is going to be update 186. So 14 more updates from then. So 28 weeks. That's 7 months. Mid-November to early December is going to be update 200-ish. Actually, probably a little bit earlier. And yeah, that assumes no delays in updates, which I can't guarantee. There haven't been any so far, but like there are some stuff in the game where I might actually do another extra week of delay or whatever for like bigger changes. Or if it's needed for other stuff, like not next update, it's not a good example, but like when I start tackling like rebirths or something, reworking rebirths is one of those things where I might need more than 2 weeks to actually rebalance it correctly, get tester feedback, and then rebalance it. But yeah. Do you know the best time to start grinding Remnant Zone? I don't know what you mean by that. Generally, yeah, I don't know exactly what you're asking with that question. I might just be being dumb with that, but... Is there actually... I know at some point, I just dropped my phone. I know at some point, I don't know what confirmation we have for another Remnant quest, but yeah, there's already a few perks that are cool in Remnant Zone, so it's probably best to do it as soon as possible, just for the current quest. Like permanent magnet's overpowered. I have no idea why that one was added. Actually, I do know why it was added, but I don't like it. I just redid math's exact date is December 12th, 2025. Yeah, that sounds more realistic. Yeah, I mean, honestly, doing math on dates is kind of not fun, especially with like update schedules that aren't actually 100% set in stone. You don't actually need good pets to do Remnant Zone. Oh, Remnant Tycoon. Yeah. If you are wanting to get gems in Remnant Zone, Remnant Tycoon is kind of a must. I'd say a good base is going to be get 5 to 10 remnant tycoons before you start working on like actually like grinding gems or whatever. But yeah. Permanent hoverboard and permanent armor win? Never. Quite literally never. This isn't just like the YouTuber part of me when people like asking about like permanent heavy armor or permanent jetpack or whatever. When I was like, yeah, no, or no, not permanent jetpack. Permanent magnetism. Where I was like, no, they won't add that. No, this is quite literally me as a dev. No, they won't add that. I can 100% assure you that that is not getting added while I'm a developer. I do know people like their simulator games where they just need to press a button to rebirth every 5 seconds. I do know people like that in games. Based on my playing of other simulators at other points. But I like how Ghost Simulator has a little bit of a different requirement for rebirthing than other games, and not just press button rebirth sort of synergy. Yeah, one of the things I do kind of want to do before, like today on this account is actually spend my crate keys before they get the buff, because I feel it's going to be a bit weird to have a buff coming right when this account kind of needs it. So I'll probably be trying to spend all the crate keys today. Hopefully on once I actually get crates 11 and or 13 and 14, 12 and yeah, 13 and 14 done, and then spend them on like crate 15 or whatever for Remnant Kings, Godly or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, you guys want nutrition labels on your gum? You want to know how much sugar you're eating? Yeah, no. Those are actually secrets, developer secrets. How much gum we put into those gum machine, or how much sugar we put into those gum machines, so we can't really make a label. I see people get Divine Reward as their first rebirth, and I don't know if it's good or bad. The thing is, here's the thing. There's a lot of bias towards Divine Rewards actually as bad ones, and most of it's my fault, because people that are endgame like me, other people getting rebirth perks, they see the divine sets as useless because they have better pets, and they see it as pretty easy to get better pets than divines. And to be fair, it is fairly easy to go ahead and do. But in terms of like straight, like it will help a new player to have those better pets now. Also, frames, please. Are the gums vegan friendly? No comment. We at Bloxbyte have the highest standards for our gum making machines, and we'll and provide the best quality gum in Ghost Simulator. So yeah, you guys have no need to worry about the nutrients of the gum. For legal reasons, I do not speak on behalf of Bloxbyte for that, but I feel like that's enough of a joke where people I don't need to really say too much, but anyways, but yeah, no, it's honestly, it's not that bad. People, people, including myself, have say it's a lot worse than it is. Like, it's one of those things that we're having better stats instantly is actually a pretty good first perk. I mean, you're probably better off grinding for Lucky Cats, but grinding for Lucky Cats is kind of a tedious and annoying. But yeah. If you hate the bag of jokes, you can actually go ahead and burn it in the incinerator. You don't actually have to have it in your inventory. Are they FDA approved? Sorry, I know a good quote for this. I just need to remember. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. That's too much drama. Yeah, it is a huge upgrade from Code Pets. The thing is, like, if you look at it, if you go for something like a Tycoon, Pet Evo, all of those will still have a use once you get better pets. But like the second you get better pets than Divines, all the rebirths you did for Divines is all of a sudden just useless. Like, okay, maybe not useless. You still have the board and you can still use it as a cosmetic or whatever. But like the Divines just become worthless. Like once you get better stat pets in terms of stats at least. So it's. Whereas if you went for something like you grinded up Lucky Cat pets, and then you went ahead and got Tycoons, you could go ahead and get pretty much the same stats for grinding gems. Okay. Okay, okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, some people have an insane amount of rebirths in Ghost Sim. No, it's the other person with 252 rebirths. I believe there's only one person with, like, that exact amount of rebirths. Yeah, there's... You know, when there's an entire rebirth leaderboard. Also, I know Deadpool, at one point you were saying something about the leaderboard being weird with its different size. I'm assuming that you've got over that after a while, since I haven't seen any more future complaints, but, yeah. The main thing it was done is because, like, if you look at it, like, the number size that we have for, like, these leaderboards, like, it's a lot bigger. Just imagine if that, but except it was only, like, this first row, it'd be just, like, a whole lot of blank space. Yeah, that was the main reason it was shrunk. I kind of like how it looks. I think spacing-wise it's pretty cool, but, yeah, I don't even think most people even realize that it got shrunk. Like if they look at it independently. What was I complaining? Was it you or someone else? Someone else like said when they first came out that they didn't like I thought it was you, but maybe it was someone else. They didn't like the size of the leaderboard, how it was smaller than the other ones. But they'd wait on it to see if they got used to it or something like that. I thought that was you. Maybe it wasn't you. I don't remember complaining about that. Yeah, okay, maybe it wasn't you. Who was it then? And I haven't heard back from it, so I assume that it was fine to size it that way. Also, we are doing very good finding these rings. Aren't you proud of us? Anyways, let's go this way. I don't know. One of the people that tests regular was, I think. Okay, not you. Not you, not you. NDC Courtyard. Alright. You missed it. Only annoyance was the locations? Yeah, okay. I didn't put too much thought into the location. I know the one in Main Hub was specifically pretty weird, and that was mainly just because there wasn't too much room. And then I think Ghost World was weird too, but that was mainly just room constraints, because can't really just add it right next to the ones in Main Hub, just due to, like, you can't really block that entire entrance of the lab off. It starts to feel pretty cramped once you do that, but... Only 3 rings are in Remnant area? Yeah, ring quests, like, honestly, there aren't actually that many ring quests other than, like, Ghost World. Like, even in Main Hub, I think there's a total of, like, 6 rings. In, like, I think in Backdoor there's 4? 4 sounds right. There's one in, Swamp, there's one in the Mushroom area. There is one... No, there's 3 rings in Backdoor. Add a bench in front of it? Do you want one that you can actually sit on, or just a visual one? I'm trying to think if I have a good bench model that I can reuse. And then how annoying it would be if people could actually, like, accidentally sit on it. What do you think is the best progression for classifieds? I have 11 Rebirths and 7 Remtune Tycoons. I'm assuming you mean, like, how to get to classifieds. My personal, you're going to need game passes. There's pretty much no way to get classifieds without game passes, unfortunately. But yeah, one you can sit on. Okay. I'm probably not going at it, but that'd be kind of funny. Actually, if we have a good bench model I can copy paste from elsewhere, maybe I will. But yeah, to get classifieds, I would generally go for around 17 Rem Tycoons, and then you get a base set of Lucky Cats. Ideally, also with some game passes, like I said, to help with that. But yeah. You don't need game passes per se, but it's going to be helpful to have them. So if you have, like, a full team of Lucky Cats, ideally 4 with Shellies, you don't actually need the extra stuff. How hard would it be for me to make one? Pretty difficult. I wouldn't make one myself. I believe there's, like, with how many areas we have in Ghost Sim, there's very hard for us to not have a bench already that I can just copy paste. Actually, thinking about it, there really isn't, is there? Like, where would a bench be? Yeah, is there any in the clothing store? I don't know. Also, this quest is taking longer than I was expecting. I thought it was a pretty cookie cutter quest. No, it's having us do a lot more. Yeah, it's not about making it, it's about making it look good. Ooh, is there a bench in the final boss room? No, there isn't, is there? Anyways, it'd probably be something wooden, delicate-ish. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to actually be added, but, it would be kind of funny. 35 tree pixies. Are these both in the same zone? Cool. Yeah, this is a really weird zone. This bonus biome, I think, is like... Everyone just kind of forgets it exists because it's so useless. Actually, how many gems does this give? Does this even give 1,000,000 gems? Actually, it does. Wow, okay. No, that's actually not a too bad of amount of gems for a new player. Is it worth waiting 18 hours for it? No! Oh, I did not mean to teleport. Rip. I guess while I'm here, I'm going to go grab the one in Crypt. Blaze. Because we are going to need to do a little bit of unboxing today. No, I don't want to go there. What's the coolest board in my opinion? My favorite board, I think, is Ghost Surfer. I'm okay. I really like plain simple stuff. So something like Ghost Surfer, where it's just one color. Something like Purple, where it's kind of just a very clean, simple design. I'm really a fan of. So like Ghost Surfer, it's a remodel-ish of the YouTuber board, but it's purple, and so it's just a really clean design for a board. You know, in terms of like actual boards, other than that, Santa Sleigh I'm a fan of because of its hitbox that allows you to glitch out of areas. There's a few other boards that I like quite a bit too. Glismod is another one that's purple. I like the gears from the Christmas 2021 event, I believe. No, 2022? 2021? Yeah, 2021, I think. Where they had the different colors. The purple one specifically, obviously, but even like the Soul Runner was a pretty good board. Why don't Event Mythicals auto-lock? Because it didn't get coded in that way. I do plan on at some point adding an auto-lock to Mythicals that you unbox. The thing is, it's not as centralized. Like, if you, the code for like unboxing stuff is it actually, is there actually, there's a centralized code, I guess, for inventories. But yeah, I guess it could be added. Stuff like the mythicals from the dev crates will also get auto locked, which I know some people won't be a fan of. But that's going to be a price that they have to pay if you guys. Actually, though, I think it would be pretty easy to go ahead and add that. Like, I was thinking I'd have to do it from the like each individual crate, I guess. But I guess there is that central award pet. It would then automatically apply to every single mythical you ever get. Which may not be exactly 100% cool, because like 8-bit might be a little bit bad, but I think for the most part it would be fine for mythicals. But yeah, just something that wasn't the case for ever in Ghost Sim, so It never got added. I wish you could teleport to bonus areas. Clueless. Oh. Sorry, when I say clueless, I'm more or less inserting an emoji from Discord into my conversation. It's such a bad what's it called? Trait. Man, wow, I forgot that word. Anyways, I probably should not be using random emojis from Discord in my normal speech. It's just going to degrade my understanding even further because no one will understand and just insert that emoji whenever I say clueless. They'll think it can't even teleport anywhere in Remnant Zone. All right, I believe this one's right here, yes. Perfect. Yeah, look at that, guys. I know exactly where stuff is located. Rename to leak stream, start leaking stuff? No, we don't leak too much stuff. We keep the excitement of updates. Oh yeah, that was what I was going to go check. Wiki, really quick. Someone said there was something new on the wiki. Guys, if you want me to touch animations, it's going to look like at the cutscenes in the Easter event. You guys know those cutscenes where it's just the camera staying in one spot with no music playing, and just showing the spawning of stuff? Yeah, that one that people complain about where they get hit by ghosts in the middle of it. Yeah, that's what's going to end up happening if I try touching too much of animation stuff right at the moment. I do not have the patience to design good UI or animations or stuff like that, really. Actually, I can make UI somewhat decent, but like, not really. Please put a skip button in the cutscene. It's actually pretty difficult to put a skip, like, I say pretty difficult, it's not like super difficult, but it's tedious to put skip buttons in cutscenes. Like, there's a reason like only Final Boss has a skip cutscene button. Like, it's just because it's not worth it 95% of the time, just because like it's not even a cutscene, it's just a camera. I mean, that's exactly what the cutscenes in the Fluffy is. It just shows Fluffy spawning and shows Ghost spawning. So, you know, not honestly, on high graphics, I don't know if it'll emit any particles. I know if you play on low graphics, it doesn't. But maybe it does emit some particles if you're playing on like higher quality. What are influencers supposed to do? I saw them once. Basically, there are people that sometimes make Ghost Sim content or have made Ghost Sim content in the past. As in YouTube content or Twitch is actually a possibility too. Hence, they're renamed from YouTubers to influencers. Realistically, because of how small Ghost Sim and Sentinel both are, it's one of those things where it's not as it's a lot more lenient in terms of how many like how regular they make content or whatnot. But yeah, basically they're popular-ish YouTubers or whatnot. Alright, let's get some playing cards here. Free advertising for the game? I mean, in a sense, but, you know. They get paid, sometimes influencers do get paid. I haven't. But I do know, like, bigger influencers, especially when the game is like first launching, I believe. There was some contracts or whatnot. I believe I wasn't there around the time, and I obviously am not privy to that knowledge. But I do believe like some of them would have gone paid to be like, oh yeah, make a video on our new game. We'll pay you XYZ or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, what will I be doing? I don't even know, and it's getting so close that it's one of those things I really do need to come up with a good plan on what to do with this account after I finish it. One of the things I do need to do is actually make videos on it, because I know videos are... People watch videos. If I made like an hour and a half, 2-hour video on like just the first part of this account's existence, like getting to or getting through main hub or something with a good clickbait title, people will watch it and it'll be interesting. The thing is, making a 2-hour video is actually tedious. So yeah, we'll see if that actually happens. Spades Harbinger 3 times. All right, let's go do Remnant King, or yeah, Remnant King really quick. So we'll have to go back to backdoor for this one. Sentinel hard mode. Oh, I've been thinking about that, starting Sentinel stuff where I just kind of play through the game like solo. I don't know what other stuff to do other than solo. But yeah. Oh, make it just make it a like, I don't know, 50-hour, just a single 50-hour video. I should actually probably make a playlist with all of them in it. I don't know if there is one already, but yeah. My favorite world is Backdoor. Backdoor is, I think, one of the best worlds because of how cookie cutter it is. Like it came out as a kind of in-between world for like Bloxblade HQ and Void and whatever. So it sort of made a lot. Oh, was this 5 crates? Because I didn't get a ding. Okay, it was 5 forts. Compilation video of all parts. What I plan on doing is making sort of a journey through Ghost Sim in a hard mode or something like that. Some decent clickbaity title. But yeah. Like clickbaity as in it's like actually something people would click on, not clickbaity as in it's lying about what content it is. I'd make a playlist with all of my streams so far, which would make it easier for people to just kind of binge it, so they could just open up the all right, where is Spades? Since they could just go ahead and open up the stream, or open up the This is not what I'm looking for. Not there. Since I could like just open up the playlist and then watch all of them in order or whatever, instead of having to find them individually. But yeah. Alright, where in the world is this? I just checked every single zone. No, I didn't check every single zone. I checked every single zone except for one. But yeah, making a one of the problems with like making a good like together videos that I'd have to go download all the streams I want to use, and it's downloading streams takes a while, and then editing them together it takes even longer. It's actually kind of tedious to actually do making mega videos like that. Alright, back to the stream. Hitboxes and mega bosses are weird. Yeah, mega bosses, like, it is kind of all stuff is rendered client side, so, pretty much anything you see is how it can hit you. The issue is because it is rendering, like, the entire boss on your client, it actually gets kind of, laggy on your client, since it is trying to do everything of the mega boss, for hitbox checks and all that stuff. Actually, we might go ahead and just use some event bait for this boss again, just because, like, we kind of need it. I mean, if you remove the ghost from Ghost Sim, you don't really have anything, because, like, you do have a vacuum, but you can't vacuum anything if you're not vacuuming ghosts. Other than those snow clumps in Christmas, those would still stay, since those are quite literally the only non-ghost vacuumable objects in the game, and I find them they're be such cool items to have spawns for. But yeah. Alright, I was looking at the wiki for something. I guess I can go check Discord since we have an updates feature. Yeah, there's not much. Yeah, okay, there is nothing on the wiki. Okay. Yeah, does not look like there is actually anything super new on the wiki, so. Anyways, yeah, this... We are actually almost there for, finishing this quest. Yeah, we have, like... I don't know. I don't know what the second to last. I know the last quest is going to be it, so we have realistically 1.5 quests left to go ahead and get this. Quests, or 1.5 quests left before we are done with this. Since defeating Remnant Guardian isn't actually going to be too difficult, even with even solo, it shouldn't be too difficult. As long as we don't get like super bad ping during it, we should be able to complete it no problem. Unless our screen looks like that for the majority of the time, which most of the time I am not spending on 2 FPS. Most of the time it's more like 10 FPS, which is playable. Let's go ahead and turn in Remnant King, I guess, because we have that one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do this. No, Spade's Harbinger is back. I believe this spawn is on the bridge, if I'm remembering correctly, but we'll go check. No? Okay. Yeah, I don't really know the spawn order for Spade's Harbinger, so I kind of just fly around until I find it. I know where the spawn spots are, I just don't know which order they do. There it is. What's the point of going to New Worlds if there's a rebirth system? New Worlds provide perks. They can also, I mean... Yeah, you can say that, but, they do provide new perks, and it does provide some other stuff to do if you want to max out in that world. I do kind of like how Remnant World works, where, like, if you do Rebirth, you do kind of have to do it again, even though it's kind of outside of it. Whereas the items will stay, but, like, if you want to get back up, you do have to grind back up the items again for it. So even if you do just completely skip it, you don't just have to do it once, you have to do it multiple times. Anyways, this will be our last Spade Harbinger, and then we have probably one more quest that might be either Crypt Ghosts or item collection would be my guess. Actually, no, it might be find item based. I mean, we've already done Game Bites and the rings, so I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. The Roblox chat. Yeah, I leave chat closed for reasons. There's a reason why my webcam's above it too. I don't know. I just don't like Roblox chat most of the time. I don't know. It gets weird sometimes, and so I just try to ignore it most of the time. I mean, sometimes I'll pay attention, but most of the time I just don't. Yeah, like, you don't have to do the quest all over again, but you do have to go through all of Remnant Zone all again, so it does kind of get, it is something. Alright, Associate Archie, what is your last quest for me? 32 Ricks? Yeah, it looks like it is, Remnant, it looks like it is Crypt Ghosts, so. But yeah, based on this progress, we'll probably get most of the way through King today after we get Associate Archie. We're probably like an hour for unboxing quests is probably enough time to go ahead and get those stuff done. We will start selling with Excum to go ahead and get some more of this, just to hopefully speed up our acquisition of better packs, because pack size is kind of annoying to have it small, so we'll try to speed run that. The great thing about this account, though, is since it is required to do all the quests before it can move on from an area, it does have all the perks, which means, like, bosses, especially when I was doing the Spades Harbinger, it was really nice to have to be able to AFK, because on my main account, I am so used to not having all those perks. It just becomes annoying whenever I have to do, like, bosses or whatever. Just because I do rebirths on my account pretty frequently, it's really nice to, for once, have perks and stuff for everything. Yes, and they're all in, actually, there is technically, yeah, there's 3. And most of them are in Remnant Zone, with 1 in Ghost World, but, yeah, it's not very frequent. But bonus bombs are not a common place to put, NPCs. Alright, was that 115 that we needed? So 2 more cells until we can go ahead and upgrade our pack. We'll probably be able to do that right before we can go do Remnant Guardian. But yeah, it is, if I remember correctly, Jax, and then it's Joker for Jax, obviously in Musical Meadows, Joker in the Wonder House, and then Blaze over here in this area. Actually, thank you for reminding me. We do have Joker to still do. That is a quest that I am most likely still going to forget next stream. I know I forgot it last stream and the stream before that. But yeah, we do actually have Joker to go ahead and do, so that will require doing the puzzle for Remnant Zone. Fortunately, I do know how to do the puzzle, as I've already done it and just copied other people for most of it, because I was not able to do it myself, and I still probably couldn't do it myself. But yeah, Forest plus Lab have a lot of NPCs. Yes, first area of worlds generally do have a lot of NPCs. You generally have an introduction NPC, and then you'll have the Dylan NPC, and then if you have a quest like what's her name? Luna, that goes there. Yeah, and then you have Allie, which is weird. No one... Actually, that's another quest I do need to, at some point, just go ahead and pre-nerf, don't I? Yeah, bonus bombs don't have very many. It's just kind of based on like how like generally how NPCs work, where they are at the beginning of areas, like Adam's at the first area in the series of 3 for main hub, because he guides you through those first few areas. Does Void have the most NPCs? Yes. I mean, I would count it as 3 different quests in Remnant and Void, so I wouldn't say it has the most quests, but it definitely has the most NPCs. Actually, no, 4, due to David. Because you have the devs, you have question mark, and you have all the side NPCs. So yeah. That's a dumb question. Yeah, that's a... yeah. I mean, there are new NPCs, like all the second arc stuff that have been added. So main hub is actually not... Like, second arc, Gramps, Yu, all of those aren't in the Void. So there's like 6 or 7 NPCs in main hub that aren't in the Void. But there's also then you have all the NPCs from Backdoor and Ghost World that are also in the Void that still make it more. But yeah, main hub does have quite a few, and even more that aren't in the Void. It isn't like it has every single NPC. There's quite a few of examples where it doesn't. But yeah, as a general rule of thumb, it is kind of dumb. I think any world really can compete with a Void. Alright, there we go. We'll grab these 2. We'll go ahead and fill up our pack, just so I can go ahead and sell. I really want to upgrade my, Give me that ghost. Come on. I want to upgrade... Actually, I can just use a normal Axiom to sell, I guess. Not use a glitchy, just use a normal. Basic items gone. Use. Sell. Packs. And then just get all those packs. I think we have 4 more packs that we can upgrade. 1, 2, 3. No, just 3 more packs to upgrade to. So yeah, 4th best pack. And yeah, we'll go ahead, head over and do Associate Archie. Why isn't Hans in the Void? 1, he was added, I think, after Void was added. And 2, he really doesn't, I think it was added afterwards. Oh, we have Remnant Jack to do too. Shoot. I forgot about this NPC too. So we have a few more NPCs than I was thinking. I thought we only had these 3 to do, but we actually have both Jack and Joker that we do also need to go ahead and do. Alright. We're going first to Associate Archie for the Remnant Guardian. But yeah. Because as much as you guys probably know, Gum wasn't actually added to this game until like way later in the game. There was a very long period of at least a year and a half, 2 years probably, where we had no Gum in the game. And if you guys can imagine it, we went through Backdoor, back when the drops were actually half of what they are now. Drops actually in Backdoor got buffed. It used to be just 1 item per drop. Now it's 2 base items per drop. And then they also got I don't have Auto Shield Blaster. And then they got buffed to 2, and then we got Gum. And so Backdoor used to be so much harder than it is now in items. I did it back then without any of the game passes, so it was a rough time back then. But yeah, ideally, since we are doing it with multiple people, we'd have 2 people shooting. Ideally, 2 people shooting that aren't running on 2 FPS. But it's not too big of a deal. We will just do a 6 cycle like normal. But yeah, if you guys do Remnant Guardian for yourselves, the best way to do it is actually to go do it with 2 or more people, and then have one person vacuum while the shield is on, and then everyone else shooting with the photon blaster to actually get the most amount of damage. But yeah. Imagine Remnant Zone with 1 drop no gum. Yeah, with the reduced rates in Remnant Zone, I can imagine it would be pretty awful if there wasn't any gum to use, or the drop rates were lower. One of the things I've been thinking about doing, since people do complain about how rare the drops are, is actually increasing the drop rarity, but decreasing the drop amount. So instead of, I don't know, dropping at 1 every 10 or whatever, it drop 1 in every 5. Those aren't the actual numbers, those are just what I'm using for examples. But instead of dropping 2, it'd only drop 1 or whatever. It'd be the same amount, but it would be... It would hopefully be a little bit spread out to... But yeah, I swear it is possible to 3 cycle this thing. You just need to actually be doing consistent damage with the photon blaster, not this 20 FPS, or not this 2 FPS that I have every once in a while going on. Oh, we're at like 33% health. Or 33% corruption, 60% health, but yeah. But yeah, there's a reason I didn't play this count with like no gum. Because if I wasn't using gum, there would be so many parts of this that would just take so absurdly long. Like one of the things I struggled early on was doing packs and vacs for Ghost World. If I did packs and vacs for Ghost World without using X gum, it would have taken quite a bit longer to go ahead and do. $20 NPCs in Main Hub, 11 in Ghost World. Oh wait, we have the jetpack. Three in Easter. Easter doesn't count. But yeah, no, it's actually, yeah, 20 in Main Hub. It's pretty ridiculous the amount of ones that get shoved into there. Is Bow and Void the only NPC with no quest? Yes. It is one of the weirdest quests in the game. Or it is the weirdest quest in the game. Alright, there we go. Easy, boss. And yeah, there we go. We are done with Associate Archie now. We do have the, I think we're going to go ahead and use our Glitchy Hexagon to go ahead and sell. Turn this quest in and then work on probably these quests. So, actually, we might just grab some ghosts really quick to... No, I don't need to make use of the Glitchy Hexagon. Yeah, I want to go ahead and do Remnant King now, so yeah. Forgot Bow. Yeah, Bow, you know, you're allowed to forget Bow and not count his quests. Same with David. Like, who even does David's quests? Like, the last time David was useful was for the boss bait, back when there was no other good source with boss bait. And then you could use it to get anomalies for the anomaly bags to use with Rift Gum. That was the last time it was useful. And even then, it was marginally better than just grinding gems. Anyways, for this quest, no, we don't need to use X or Lucky Gum. Who is David again? Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, the infinite quest line in Backdoor is super, Void is super forgettable. Forgot the infinite quest. Yep. No, that's my point. Infinite quests are super forgettable. Like another quest you're probably forgetting is Archie potentially. I know I forget the puzzle quests a lot when I'm counting NPCs. Like currently I am forgetting that Joker exists in Remnant Zone. We have gotten 0 rare pets. It's a 10% chance, so maybe it's not super super surprising, but I swear we've opened more than 10. Yeah, we've opened way more than 10 crates at this point. What about Ace? Only 3 quests? I mean, yeah, I mean, Ace is the shortest non-void quest, I believe. Actually, it's tied with Liz. Okay, where is my rare pets? Alright, we're going to go ahead and use a basic Lucky Gum. Oh, that did not increase our rare chances. That actually decreased our rare chances. At least our legendary chances are improved. Actually, no, I think it's rare or higher, so it should be fine. If you forgot Ace. Yeah, there's a lot of quests that you will forget. Actually, no, 12 in Ghost World, that's definitely an undercount. Because there's 10 that are already labeled, and then you have, because, yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, maybe 12 is correct. I have a feeling 12 is low, but I might... Yeah, because that doesn't count those 2 quests, and I think not counting those 2 quests is correct. No, Nixie. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. Yeah, okay, 12 sounds about right. That's all I can count. Okay, where are we at? We have to be really close to this rare. I've been unboxing for, like, so long. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, if I was making this thing even harder, like, we've already done 35 episodes. Imagine if we were at 35 episodes and we hadn't even rebirthed. That would be, like, literally just taking 2 times longer for the game. Did you remember Victor? Yeah, I'm counting Victor. 12 does sound correct after doing math. I feel like I'm still forgetting something, but, I trust Deadpool's math now. Alright, I'll see you guys in, like, you know, 20 minutes when I finally actually get these rare pets. You'd think at least one of these pets would have been a rare by now. Counting second art. There's only one second art quest in Ghost World, so pretty hard to forget it for Ghost World. That inventory is too full. Okay. Alright, now we have to go clean up our pet inventory. Labo. All of that looks deletable. Actually, let me just sort by level really quick. And anything higher than level 1, we will go ahead and keep. There we go. Alright, we'll walk Viva Labo, and then those 3 Ella. Is he lucky or unlucky at this point? Very unlucky. We have unboxed we've unboxed over 100 pets at this point with no rares. I think. Can you make auto-delete uncommon rare? No. The thing right now, why auto-delete can't be extended is, the game no one wants the game to become an AFK auto unboxer, because that's how every other simulator ends up being, and that really, I think, takes away from how a game works. Like, if literally everyone's just spending, their time AFK in a game unboxing, it ruins the point of the economy. With current mass unbox techniques, it's already mostly ruined. Like, literally to get it classified, you need to be on a PC, you need to have an auto clicker, you need to have a good computer to be able to mass unbox. And so, yeah, we're not going to be adding more. We might even, when I get around to reworking it, I might delete the auto delete comments for something else. But yeah, it's just one of those things no one wants the game to really just be AFK overnight for all the classified pets you ever want. But yeah. Wait, associate Riley's encounters, so there's 13? Okay. Yeah, 12 didn't quite sound right, and that was because I know there's 10 that are labeled for the Cheshire puzzle, which didn't count a few quests like Nixie, or some of the newer quests like Riley. I just didn't know how many of those quests weren't counted, and if it was actually 10. I thought it was 10, but I was not 100% sure on that one. When even the wiki forgets NPCs, guys, if I can forget NPCs, the wiki can forget NPCs. 0 FPS for a second there. Yeah, I mean, I get 0 FPS for so many seconds in the stream. Guys, guess what doesn't count as a rare? Sir Croak. Oh, actually it did count, so. I'll go ahead and accept friend requests after the stream on this account. I haven't done that in a while, so I'll go ahead and do that. Also, let me go redo that sort because if I finished a quest. The water? That's a technicality. But yeah, I mean, Bo is always floating above the ground. I don't know exactly what you mean by not on the ground. Yeah, clearly Joker's inspired by Joker's coming. Yeah, that's 100% why Joker was added as an NPC. But no, honestly, the thing about This is so many gems just going away. It's... so bad. But yeah, no, NBC is based off people. I don't even think I don't think Ghost Sim plans on doing too many more of those. Like, the last ones we've had are for developers. Like, for the longest time, people were like, hey, highest NPC. It's like, no, don't add a highest NPC. Even not on the dev. No, I'm not adding a highest NPC to the game. It's cool to have those inspired NPCs. But it's also weird. As in, like, you do it too often, and you have awkward moments when, like, oh, that person no longer exists in the community. They still have an NPC, and it's still kind of a reminder every single time that, oh, that person once existed. But yeah. I forgot to do Joker and Diamond. Yeah. Joker is an NPC in the game. That one is... that I forget. Most other people forget. Guys, when are we going to get this rare? Oh, look, we got a rare. Maybe the next 2 crates in a row will be rares. I wouldn't be surprised if I... okay. I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if I open chat and I see a bunch of... see, I've actually unboxed the Godly and just missed it. No, I opened chat and it's just Deadbolt instantly unboxing all of the, stuff. Oh, look, another rare. You can have your real name as an NPC, because, yeah, no, I could. People would be so surprised. No. Honestly, I don't think there's any plans to add, current devs as NPCs. Maybe once we get, more established later. But for now, it's more of continuing the current Ghost Sim story, seeing if we can do anything about the player numbers, things, but yeah. Because right now, Ghost Sim player numbers are great, aren't they? They actually aren't that bad, like, if you look at it, but it's pretty rough. Some of the numbers are better than others. It's actually kind of surprising looking at statistics for the game. I like how it says they're half eaten and they're like completely whole chicken legs. People would probably figure it out. Yeah, no, it's one of those things though. I'm not super concerned about my real name coming out anywhere. It's not like it's not like I would absolutely hate for people to know my real name, but ideally, nah. Alright, let's go find a rare to level up. Alright, looks like we're leveling up a level 1. What ghost do we need for, that? Mad Hatter and Teapot. Oh, those are in the, bonus biome for first bonus biome. When you hit 2K subs, you should do a real name reveal. No, I'm not going to do that. Like, it's one of those things that's still private info, but, I prefer not to have, but, yeah. How unique is my first name? Between 1 and 10, probably like a 4 to 5. Like, it's not John. But yeah, it's not the most insane name either. I mean, It's also not Gerald Doomslayer the 7th of like Birkingham or whatever. Yeah, nothing super crazy. The thing is, like, it's one of those things where privacy is cool and all. I don't care as much about my privacy as I probably should. Like, people are like, oh yeah, big companies like Google stealing all your information, using it your ad information to promote ads based on what you know. It's like, yeah, okay, so what? They got my data. I don't care too much. Which is probably a bad attitude to have based on how data works and stuff, but you know, that's my personal opinion on it. Also, this room feels so small after being in the large version of it. Yeah, the general theming for Pets and Ghost Sim definitely does follow that cube structure, where all of the commons, uncommons, rares, legendaries all generally have a cubish shape. And then as you get up into the higher rarities, godly, mythical, all that fun stuff, you end up end up with the less shaped pets where they look more special. It's the bonus bomb area. No. This is the bonus bomb area. It's right that you don't care that much about. Yeah, I know. I'm aware that it's probably something I should care a little bit more about. I mean, all right, where is this bonus biome? Right, where is that bonus bomber? Actually, it's in here, isn't it? No? Okay. I'm going to keep going through circles because I believe it was through a circle somewhere. This might take a while. Oh, is it this circle? It is this circle! I found it, guys! So this is the next NPC, Remnant Phantom. I can't really say that. Like there's a. I mean, if you heard it from someone else, probably. But yeah. Are you telling me this door literally links back up to itself? I can't remember exactly what I guessed your name to be. All I know is, I mean, there are quite literally millions of unique names out there. Yeah, I mean, there are some common ones, like, you know, John. If your name is John, sorry, but literally every other person will guess your name. Or if it's Muhammad. But yeah. Oh, there was a meme a while back. I'm remembering. Yeah, okay, I probably shouldn't. It's probably off topic. But yeah. Okay, as a developer and as a player, I like it when NPCs give perks. The thing is with Ghost Sim, it's actually kind of hard to design a good, unique feeling perk idea. So yeah, new NPCs, as much as it is nice to give them new perks, it is hard to come up with a good perk to give them. So yeah. George is pretty common as well. Yeah, Bob too. There's a lot of common names. So I mean, actually, there's stats somewhere. I don't know how to find it. But like, there's probably a good you know, 100 or 200 names that probably encompass more than 50% of the population. 8.5 for rarity? For English? That's actually pretty solid. I mean, obviously, yeah, English does... Like, there are some names in other languages where it does get ridiculously rare to have someone with the same name as you, whereas with English, I mean, English is kind of like the basic language, so, as it's kind of standard for around the world, so having a name in English instantly detracts some points from name rarity. But yeah. Yeah, the permanent magnet for this account isn't like super important, as it is kind of like one of the last NPCs we're doing, and we've kind of been required to do a magnet every single time so far, so it's not going to be a huge benefit to us, but you know, it is a quest, so we are going to be doing it. Added you as a fried onion? Nice. Nice. Fried onions are pretty cool, aren't they? Especially if they're breaded. Like onion rings? Like the ones you get at home, and like we've had some at home, and it's like if you make them at home they're not as good, but if you go to like a restaurant or whatever and get fried onions, they're pretty good. Or I guess they're called onion rings, but whatever. Yeah. Now I'm hungry! What's the quickest way of getting enchanted antenna parts with antenna level 24? Using glitchy loot gum that you can get from backdoor from grinding with with glitchy loot gum. And then use it in whatever biomes you can. All the ghosts will only drop one what did autocorrect do there? Not on you, just friend. Oh, they added you as a friend on Roblox. Yeah. Honestly, I just can't be bothered to change my update my friends list. I haven't changed my friends list in like 3 years now. I think it's ridiculous, and it's literally like not 50-60% of my friend list at the moment is people from Murder Mystery 2 that I used to play quite commonly. That like I no longer play Murder Mystery 2. Yeah, I can probably go through unfriend people and unfriend people from Ghost Sim or whatever, but I don't want to. Such a pain. Like, I have 400 or so friend requests. I don't want to go through those. Actually, it's kind of funny. As a dev, I'm not actually getting as many, like, friend requests as I think. Which is probably because Ghost Sim's small and, like, I was already well-known in the community before I became a dev, so it was, like, not much really changed in terms of name recognition. It's just like, oh, aren't you that YouTuber? Oh, you're the developer now? Cool. That's, like, most of actually what I get. I do have my joins on everyone though, so like honestly, anyone can just join me. It's not like, yeah, no, I'm just too lazy to accept people's friend requests. I'm not denying any of your friend requests. I'm just not accepting them either. Oh look, we have to do this thing ghosts. Cool. Yeah, I'm sure they're going with the chess pieces and not just going with the deck of cards, because based on the fact that we have Remnant, King, Queen, Jack. Oh, we're gonna get a Remnant 10 and it's going to be funny, aren't we? Actually, yeah, that's going to be the next NPC. We're just going to name the next NPC Remnant 10. But yeah, actually, once I have all the zones unlocked for Remnant, like these quests aren't actually going to be that bad. Like they are, like when I was actually needing to unlock zones or whatever, like you see the same thing with like when you got Billy and Backdoor. People complained about Billy's quest quite a bit. But it's not really Billy that people are complaining about. It's more or less the, like there are parts about Billy that are worse than other similar quests. But like more of what people were complaining about with Billy is actually how long it took to unlock the areas, rather than like Billy's quest himself. So now that I have all the areas unlocked, like the quests become pretty easy to go ahead and do. So it's kind of nice now that we have them done. Billy's perk needs a buff. I have a good idea for it. It just, like, there are some things that I do need to, like, actually rework in the game before buffing Billy's perk. But yeah, I agree. It does need a buff. I have a good idea for it. It just requires a few other things first. Doesn't he ask for 4 sets of 40 rare ghosts? I believe it's 20. But yeah, he does ask for quite a bit. One from each area. It always takes a while to level up like rare pets or legendary pets. I really hope this is like one of the few leveling quests we have for this because it is taking a while. Ring and Gardens, Autumn Junglers. Also, I don't believe you actually have to do crafting recipes for game completion. I think I've said that before, and most of you guys probably know that. But I just want to say that, like, now I don't think in terms of game completion you have to actually use crafting recipes, which is kind of nice, especially when one of the recipes does require Grimm's Portal. Alright, jump through the red rings. This one's going to be a pain. What's the other quest? Autumn Junglers? Actually, no. Frame rate's high. Can do it. No. Was this a good... No, that was not a good mushroom. Finding good mushrooms, like, so many mushrooms just bounce you straight into a ceiling. It's kind of funny. Also, where are we on this leveling a rare? 3. Not even up to level Seawalkers. Yeah, I'm actually curious to see how far. I was planning on hopefully getting through most of Remnant King's quest, but if we have to do quite a bit of leveling, we might not be able to. One of the issues is that unlike other quests, they do actually have, like, they don't have the index quest because of just how the game was set up, I guess. But instead they have Unbox Godly, so we can't just, like, pre-index all of our stuff and just do that ahead of time, which is kind of what I want to do. 2 enchanted boss come from 2 minutes of grinding. Nice. That is really good RNG. Also, I love lag in this game. Like, lag makes Roblox so much better. it's one of the best features of Roblox. Anyways, we do also need these ghosts, so we'll go over here too. Yeah, actually, I think the funny thing on this account, we are getting to the point where we could try to grind for enchanted gum. I don't think we will because it is tedious. But like, even like we should have at some point grind for glitchy gum. So maybe at some point we will actually do legitimate glitchy gum grinding on this account. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, now that we are done with Remnant Zone, we do have Remnant Zone as a possibility. And I kind of want to see how efficient it is to actually grind Remnant Zone gum, because I haven't actually ever really grinded it. Not on a new account either. So see what it's like to grind Remnant Zone with pay to or free to play account. See how much gum you get. Stuff like that would be actually kind of interesting with this account. Yeah, I know. Right now, the main reason I do live stream at this time is because, I do know that right now, for, like, my own time zone, I am, West Coast America, so Pacific time. It's a really bad time for most people in my own time zone, and, like, even for the rest of the US, because, like, it is quite literally when everyone's at school and work and whatnot. The reason I do that is because this is the time when I didn't have school. I was mainly taking night classes for college. It was a time when most of the people in my own house were gone with school and work. So it's kind of when I've started streaming. It works better for people in different time zones. For me right now, it's around 12 o'clock. But for people generally watch, it's actually either they're usually in European time zones, which is kind of funny. Because European time zones are not what you generally aim for as a streamer. Generally, you want to be in the American time zones, since a lot more people watch stuff in America than anywhere else, really. Or at least that's generally what the target audience for most streaming and whatnot is. But yeah, no, it's definitely would be one of those things where I can try out different stream times. It's just not something not something that's super easy to switch because of various factors. Like, most of the people who do watch my content consistently are expecting me to stream at this time. So if I stream later, it just becomes one of those things where the people that don't usually show up don't show up because they can't, because of the different time. And so it creates a different audience, and a different audience is sometimes it's good, but sometimes it starts off, it's harder to create. So I'd have to start making consistent content at, like, I don't know, Wednesday or something at a specific time, and see how it works after some time. So it's not as easy as just switching time zones. There's other, like, switching times. It's like harder for me to do streams when other people are home-ish. just in case like they're, oh yeah, we need you to go do this thing or whatever. It's just like, okay, you need to stop the stream. 8 p.m. in the UK, yeah, UK time zone is definitely, from what I've heard, most of the people who watch my streams are England-ish, where they literally, it is they are done with school or work or whatever. But yeah. It's what people are used to is the thing. Yeah, no, I'm aware. It's one of those things I have tried it in the past. Like not like seriously tried it. It's like 1 or 2 streams I end up trying it a little bit later, but generally anytime I do that, partly because it's not consistent content. YouTube algorithm really does like consistent content, so do people viewing. Like, if you do a consistent stream every single week, even if I do something more interesting on like an off day, not that I have really done too much interesting stuff, but more people will show up even if it's more interesting on the off days. Yeah, I've kind of pigeonholed myself into streaming at this time is the issue. I can break out of it if I wanted to, but it's not really worth the effort, to be honest. What will you do once you're done with this account? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I've been thinking, people have been floating ideas about switching from like a hard mode to just a free-to-play or something like that, where I don't have to do like every single quest or whatever. That I think might be cool, just seeing how far free-to-play can get realistically in Ghost Sim. Also, I forgot how buffed up I did the gems for Blaze's Quest. But yeah, I don't know. I might just stop the account altogether. Most likely, though, I will transition to more of a free-to-play account than a hard mode account, where I lessen some of the rules on like doing all the quests, completing stuff like that, and switch into a free-to-play where I just kind of I'm allowed a rebirth, grind or whatever, and see if I can get like classifieds, see how long it takes to like grind gum, just see how kind of difficult the game is in general as a free-to-play. But yeah, that won't happen for another probably 2 to 3 episodes, so probably episode 36, 37. We'll be going ahead and finishing it up. Yeah, we'll see. Do I plan on getting in classifieds? Honestly, I want to at some point get a classified on this account. It's just one of the things right now I'm working on the progress. So maybe once I finish up all the quests, I will go ahead and try to go for Rainwave. Or maybe not Rainwave, maybe Zing again. Not necessarily, I don't know, maybe I'll put it to a vote, but I won't be able to really go for anything like Cosmic Wing. Actually, it'd take a while. I could go for a Cosmic Wing, but it'd take a while. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to be kind of difficult, just because it is really hard to grind gems and classifieds for a free-to-play account. Free-to-play high-level account is also good for testing new features. Yes. No, it is really good for me to have this account as a free-to-play. It does allow me to test quite a bit of stuff. I do actually have a another alt that is actually a tester for the game, which wasn't actually a tester because I became dev, but was tester because I was an influencer that wanted to make content on the new Sentinel update. Yeah, no. Yeah, it is nice to have a various amounts of accounts so I can kind of see where stuff is for free play. That was like half of my point of making this account, was seeing what I'm trolling right now very hard. We need to go find a magnet, not vacuum ghosts. I guess I'm just working on leveling up for Jack or Remnant King's quest. There we go. Also, I do believe gem chests don't count. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have other ideas that you would like to see me play with this account or whatnot, or any other series ideas for Ghost Sim or other games, like, I don't know, maybe you guys want me to do a legitimate Minecraft series for once, where I actually play consistently like I do on this account. Feel free to let me know in comments, or right now, you know, I'm up for trying other ideas, like not actually continuing on this account. But yeah. Do you count for your information? Oh, okay. I know they don't count for some quests where it is specifically gem drops that they need. It's kind of 50-50 with like gems. Just like it is with like bosses, for instance. Like sometimes when it asks for a boss, it'll allow any boss. Other times it only requires main hub bosses. Other times it only requires Grim. It is kind of weird. But yeah. About how many more episodes till next rebirth? Technically, episode 38, I think I'd be ready for a rebirth. But I don't think I will be actually rebirthing, since I want to do a few other things on this account first. Like getting classified. Seeing about maybe doing a little bit of grinding for some of the Remnant Guardian stuff, or Great Guardian stuff. Maybe doing some Blockspike keys. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe getting some more glitchy gum. I don't know. But yeah, episode 38 is probably when we're going to be ready for that. Episode 40, episode 43, sometime between then, we'd probably be ready for another rebirth if I decide to go ahead and continue playing on this account. Remnant King, thank you. Level up any legendary pet. Level 3, lovely. Pets, level. Alright, we'll unequip this, and then we'll go find a legendary pet that can go up to level 3. Which I don't believe we have. Lovely. Alright, we'll go ahead and level up Sir Croak, I guess. Yeah, don't worry. The stream is only going to last for another 20 minutes. I was expecting to get a bit more done today. But yeah, looking at the quest we have, I think this is pretty much that Remnant Guardian was pretty much the last significant milestone we are hitting on today's stream. I don't think, based on the current progression, that we are getting too much more done. Next stream, we'll probably get all 3 of these quests done and actually be able to start on... Actually, no, we do need to... That does require me to grind some gems between now and then, so maybe not. How good are you telling who is saying something based off how they type? Do you mean like a tone indication, or like who someone is just without like any like blank typed this? Who is they? Who is they? Who are they? because one of those I am bad at, and the other one I'm also bad at. So, you know, actually no, I can actually I think I'm fairly good at figuring out how people type, and kind of drawing that back to who they are. Ish. I mean, probably not better than average, but at least decently okay at it. 30 cave ninjas. All right. But yeah, I'm really bad at tone indication from text. I generally can't tell whether or not someone's joking or not. If I've, like, okay. It depends on how many, like, I don't actually, I mean, yes. I think for people like that, yeah, no, I could probably pretty easily. It depends, obviously, on how it is, like, if people text similarly, like, I don't know. You have two friends that both, pretty much, like, they're, like, really close friends and whatever, and text very similar, or, like, twins or something like that. Or brothers and brothers or whatever, siblings. Probably not then, but, like, in most other cases, yeah. Obviously, if someone's trying to disguise themselves as others, it gets a lot more difficult, but, are we going to actually get done with, like, Remnant Jacks? Like, it's a pretty cookie cutter quest line, so it is a fairly easy quest. Like, and since we are kind of, like, can do anything for, Remnant King and, Blaze, I think we might actually be able to get through, okay, Remnant Jack's quest, so, maybe we will have another quest done today. Most likely not, but maybe. Skyrocketed in value. I don't think skyrocketed in value is, I don't think it's possible for an event item to skyrocket in value, especially not currently available. It's probably always been worth that, or someone's trying to scam you or whatnot. The idea is to not trade anything event-wise. It could have skyrocketed in value if someone specifically is looking for it. For I know, one of the big traders has recently-ish returned to Ghost Simba. I don't know how long they are staying for. But if they really want something, they could definitely increase the value of it by quite a bit, just based on their demand. So yeah, maybe that could be how it skyrocketed. But yeah, generally though, I'd say very hard for stuff to skyrocket in value when how to obtain it hasn't changed at all. Oh, you finally got your 2 bags of jokes now? Oh, nice. Yeah, took you long enough. No, the rates were decreased after the update after April Fools. So anyone who is wanting to get a lot of those anywhere is kind of out of luck on that. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you do start using the auto clicker while you only have 2, there's a small chance it'll visually delete. Just rejoin if that happens. It's a small ping issue, probably with a desync between client and server. Just rejoin. You'll need to manually click it for slowly-ish for a while. It is a ping issue. It generally will come back. I think one person said it didn't, but I generally don't believe people when they say they did, because it's actually hard to spaghetti up code so that it eats items. Like, it is so much more likely for you to just spaghetti up code where it doesn't correctly sync with the client. If they are actually gone, rest in peace, though. Yeah, if you want to, it is also in the incinerator. I wouldn't recommend incinerating them, but you can. Now they're back. Okay, good. Yeah, it's a... I wouldn't say it's a well-known issue. I know about it, and that's about it. But yeah, you just have to be a little bit slower for your first few. Alright, there we go. Got Hunters, Floppy. We have about 10 minutes left. I don't know how far we are going to get through Remnant Jacks. I think we have like... If it is just like 3 more of these quests, I think we can actually do it. But looking at it, we do have 5 quests left. So that's assuming 3 quests of these and then 2 like find item easy quests. So most likely we aren't going to be able to go ahead and complete this quest, but maybe. Maybe we can. Do devs still consider stuff that gets mass amount of dislikes? Yes. I think there was one suggestion that I saw a while ago where it was like everyone was disliking it, and I'm like, hey, I am literally planning on doing that, so good luck, people. But yeah, no, most of the suggestions I read, even if it gets mass amount of dislikes or likes or whatever, it's still our discretion whether or not to add it. And some of the ideas that the entire community really likes are not getting added. Auto delete uncommons to legendaries. And there are other ideas that are people don't like that are getting added to the game. Like I think a good example is the crit key changes that are upcoming. where crate keys are now going to cost 5 crate keys to open void crates and race crates. People aren't going to like that change, but it's kind of necessary to help, you know, move crate keys into not just being a crate crown key alternative and being an actual, hey, here's a crate key. You can use it on whatever you want. I mean, if you want to spend it on void crates, you can, but it's a little bit more expensive because we want it to also be good on other crates. One of my suggestions got a massive dislikes. Still got added? Yes. Dislikes and just because you get a massive amount of dislikes doesn't mean it's not coming. Which is maybe not the greatest thing to say because, you know, maybe I shouldn't be adding stuff that people actively hate to the game. But yeah, it is a possibility. Do I even need those ghosts? Not really. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those changes based on what I've seen. It's either this or you're all just actually shut up about it, which is, you know, I enjoy. But maybe you guys should probably complain a little bit more if this is the case. But if it isn't the case that you guys looked at the idea and at first you're like, hey, I hate this because it makes void crates harder to get. And then you guys actually read the reasons and thought about it for a while and realized that, it's actually an overall improvement just as it does give more use to them. Or maybe you guys still just hate it and just are actually, you know, not just complaining 24/7 about it, which is nice, I guess, but does definitely give me the wrong sense. I do think most people are not going to like it for a while. I think long term though, it should be a good change. It'll definitely be helpful for new players to like help with the crate keys, because when do you guys remember getting your first crate key in Ghost Simulator? Because I do. Being able to skip the gem cost, and then now whenever I get a crate key, it's like, oh yeah, a crate key. Oh, I'm going to use that? Yeah, not really. So it will hopefully make it a little bit more exciting for new players when they get crate keys. Hopefully bring a little bit more excitement for crate keys in general, just because now they are a little bit better. But again, we'll see what it ends up being. You know, I never really know how good these updates are going to be. I might think it's amazing, but we'll see. Yeah. I mean, I think the reasons behind it are pretty fair. I understand. It does, anytime you change the status quo in a game or whatever, people are not going to like it. Like, one of the things I know, making Shelly reset upon rebirth, people aren't going to like that, even if it comes with a well-needed adjustment to her actual quest requirements. People are just going to complain about that update when it comes. And it's going to be a stupid complaint because it makes the game better for literally everyone. Okay, maybe not literally everyone, but it makes the game better as a whole rather than just being a bad thing. Red Ring and Castle Gardens. I think we are going to go ahead and complete Remnant Jack, even if it takes us a little bit over time for today's stream. Just because I think progression points, ending on progression points is always nice. And it doesn't look like it will be too difficult of a quest. But yeah, there's a reason though that that announcement was made, and it's because we are still taking feedback. I'm thinking this hasn't actually been added yet, and I'm not 100% sure it will be added. But I'm thinking of increasing the luck, not changing anything else, but increasing the luck that it gives from 2 to 2.5. Really? Where's frame rates? Where did you go? I hate how the jetpack is literally unusable with lag. Like, same thing with like the hoverboard or whatever. Because gravity still affects you just as much, but nothing else does. Alright, there we go. Took us 2 minutes to go find that ring. But yeah, I'm still taking PVAC. I'm thinking of buffing it from 2 to 2.5x luck. Not changing anything else, but I think that change should make it a little bit better. Like, honestly, even with 2x luck, it's actually not... Oh, I did not mean to use a gum there. It's actually not even still that great compared to gems. Like, even with 2.5, it shouldn't be too overpowered, but I'm not 100% sold on that idea, but I do think it would be nice. The thing is, 2x luck sounds so much better than 2.5x luck, even though 2.5x is better. Just being able to say, oh, crate keys provide 2x luck is, it looks a lot more clean. How hard is it to make ghosts client side? Pretty, well, pretty hard. The thing with it is, the way that ghosts are handled, if you do make them client side, there's no saying that people can't just abuse that with like a exploit or whatnot. I know it's annoying to have people steal your ghosts and whatnot. I just don't think it's a huge enough deal to warrant actually making it client side or whatnot. Especially since if I do make it client side, I do have to add quite a bit more structure. It's a lot of work to client side it. Like, ghosts are a very core feature of Ghost Sim that was made right when the game was coming out. So the code for it is probably not been really seriously adjusted since it came out, where it's when it was like not necessarily bad, but back when it was like less developed of a game, and so coding standards were a lot, maybe not lower, but yeah. Prevent no exploiters. Yeah, I'm not saying people would exploit if it was. I'm just saying it would be hard to make it both good client side and also not exploitable client side. Yeah, I don't actually know that much about making Roblox games. What I do know is that if you do make something client side, that allows it to like ghost, where it does give you ectoplasm every time you vacuum. If you want it to work correctly, you're going to have some sort of client-side check to make sure whatever, or server-side check to make sure whatever they did client-side was allowed. And with client-side stuff, it's kind of hard to do that. Whereas if you just stick it on the server, it works perfectly fine. And honestly, the ghost system is not too bad as it is. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people in the same areas, but there's also quite a bit of ghosts. It adds a little bit of fun competition, I feel like, for new players, because they aren't, like, unless they're against or in the same one as like someone like me with a lot of knowledge, they're going to be able to get some ghosts. It's not like people right when they're new to the game are able to vacuum every single ghost in an area in a minute. They're generally taking quite a bit of time to vacuum them. Yeah, pretty much anything client-side that you do in your game, like, I don't know, UI stuff, people can just kind of use it anyways. Like, even if you write, oh yeah, don't show this button, people can just be like, oh yeah, I want my client to show that button, even if it's technically invisible or whatnot. Yeah, it's... I mean, it's not too big of a priority, I think. I don't see too many people actually exploiting in Ghost Sim just because it is a small game. I mean, obviously people are going to exploit, but most of the time it's going to be not a huge deal. Alright, I know we're technically 2 minutes past when I set out to end this stream. We are 2 quests away from getting Remnant Jacks done, so we're going to go another 8 minutes. Oh, look at that, we got... Am I good friends with most Ghost Sim content creators? I don't know if there's really not any Ghost Sim content creators at this moment. Like, I'm not good friends with most people, so no, I'm not. Switch back to Pet Team 1. I want to create a game to see how messy unfinished games are, really. They are really messy, I can tell you this from experience. But yeah, learning how to program in Roblox is actually, I mean, I've tried programming in Roblox before I became a Ghost Sim developer. It's hard to start because you don't know, like, the design, how to design stuff to be nice. Things get messy, you don't know how to correctly program. Same thing with how it works in Ghost Sim. Like, you know, this game is laughably unoptimized. And I don't know where to start with it. Like, there are some things that are easy where I can be like, oh yeah, I can fix that. Like, inventories. Like, Deadbolt's going to probably complain about. Which I am not fixing for a good reason. It isn't just I don't want to fix it. It is mostly there's other stuff I want to do first before I fix it and cause Ghost Sim classified inflation 2.0 or 3.0 or 4.0 or whatever we're on version of classified inflation, because that is kind of an issue. But yeah, no, like, I seriously don't know if the biomanagement, how it works in Ghost Sim, is actually a good system. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I haven't looked into it, but I'm fairly confident that there's something in it that's probably not the most optimized and might be causing a bit more lag than intended. Alright, that was... Oh, that was the bishop, so we just need some playing card ghosts. 1, 2. Alright, there we go. Alright, last quest. We'll go ahead and finish this one up, and then we'll call it a day for the stream. Yeah, this game isn't currently... Yeah, this game currently isn't... Oh. Isn't, like, accepting outside models. There's a specific back behind the scenes, like, all the contributors, like, you guys probably know how many contributors there are, like, Bloxbyte. Those are the people that we've hired, and there's some legal framework where that's kind of the only people Bloxbyte will use. But, like, in terms of concept art, or, I don't know, modeling, I guess, you can always go ahead and create content that you think would be cool in Ghost Simulator, and then just post it on, like, either tweeting at the Bloxbyte or whatever, or in the Discord or whatever. People would like to see that. Doesn't mean it's going to get accepted, but people do like to see that sort of cool stuff. Is Easter mode allowed for your hard mode account? No. There is specifically rules against using any event on this account. I think I started, when I started this account, it was during the first, like, anniversary event, or not the first anniversary, but last anniversary event, where I was started, like, right in an event or something, where I was like, okay, this is one of the rules that I have to add, like, right up top, no use of events, because, events do give some really good pets and boards and whatnot. I think the one exception I have to this is I technically collected some extra crispy turkey legs. I think that's actually enough for a mythical if I wanted to, which would have been funny. But since I wasn't technically allowed to use it, I didn't. It's a lot of Cheshire cats. Yeah, there's testers from different time zones. It isn't super important because generally testing's out or some aspects of testing are out about a week before actual testing for an update's needed. It isn't like updates published. Please test in the next 5 minutes before we drop the update live. There's a little bit more to testing than that. Not an insane amount more. There should probably, even with a week, there should probably be more time to test some of the stuff in updates. But yeah, there we go. We have the permanent magnet. Should we really quickly go do this unbox a legendary pet? Probably not. There are definitely people from different time zones. It is mainly America, but I know we do have some from different European time zones. I think there's people from Asian areas, like Korea at least. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Don't quote me at that. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of different time zones in the testers. It is mainly Americans, obviously, since that's mainly the demographic for Roblox games in general. But yeah, there's different time zones. It's not super important to be in different time zones. Like, it isn't like at a certain hour or whatever we need testers for only this brief period of time. Generally, there's 24 hours, weeks, days for people to test. So not super specific needed to have different time zones. But yeah, no, there's definitely a good variety there. Is there a different game for testing the new Ghost Sim updates? It's actually technically accessible inside Ghost Simulator. Like, it's literally a separate world for it. You can generally find it if you look under favorites of some people have them favorited, like myself. Actually, I don't know if I have the testing areas favorited. But yeah, they're separate places inside the game. So if you guys know how Roblox games work, you have the main game, but then you have separate places inside of it. So when you join like Ghost World or whatever, you're going to a different place inside of the game. And so that's basically the same thing for like testing servers. It's just a different place that's specifically for testers. So yeah, it's pretty standard. And yeah, so there isn't like an separate game for it. It's just inside the game itself. All the testers can access it, and you can only access it if you have Testers Plus, or Tester Role Plus in the game. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's stream. I think next stream we'll be going ahead and finishing up the last 3 quests we have. We have Remnant King, Blaze, and then Joker. I was hoping to go ahead and use my crate keys before they get buffed in the next thing, because it really is just going to be weird, I feel like, to take advantage of an update I had planned on this account. So I really hate that. Yeah, I really hate having the luck effect on this. Anyways, but yeah, next update we'll be going ahead and doing these 2 quests for unboxing, which main is going to be at the end of the quest. We need to unbox a godly from crates 13, 14, 15, and 16. And then we'll also be going ahead and doing the puzzle for Joker, and then we'll have all the quests in this game gone ahead and complete. At that point, I don't know if we're going to get through all the quests. We probably will. I'll see about... I don't know. I'll see what we do after that. But anyways, that's going to be the plan for next episode. If you guys do enjoy these episodes, thank you guys for watching them. There will be an update this Friday once again. If you guys do have crate keys, the price for Void and Race crates are going to be increasing from 1 crate key to 5 crate keys. And they will be getting a 2x luck though too. So if you guys want to use them on the Void or the Race crates, go ahead and make sure to do that before this Friday's update. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it at the current good exchange rate. It'll be about 2.5, 2 times worse or whatever, for unboxing for like Cloudwave or Chromefoot. Not going to affect too many of you guys. I don't think too many people have the hundreds or thousands of crate keys you need to actually make a dent at those stored up. So, but yeah, if you guys do want to just gamble, go gamble. Anyways, bye. I will see you guys for an update video that day. Or maybe I'll do a stream midweek. We'll see.